Hi, my name is Jake Wells. Today I'm going to be giving you a persuasive speech. The topic is the Great Dodgers. My specific purpose is to persuade my audience that the Dodgers are the greatest team in baseball history. And my thesis is how the Dodgers became the best team in history and how they are going to continue to be the best team in history. Um, so, uh, so, have you ever seen a better team in baseball than the Dodgers? In my opinion, probably not. And I'm going to be trying to persuade you to see the same way and see that the Dodgers are the greatest team in history. So, I grew up playing baseball all my life. I was a baseball catcher, played all the way up until college. Had a couple opportunities to go play further, but gave that up to pursue my career path. So I know a lot about baseball, fell in love with baseball, and still am very involved in baseball, and especially the Dodgers. They're my favorite team. It's a local team around Southern California, and I believe they're the greatest team in history. So first, I will talk about how the Dodgers have been great in the past and how great their history has been and how they were a great team in the past. Second, I'll talk about how the Dodgers are right now and how great the Dodgers team is at the current state. And then third, I will discuss how the Dodgers will continue to be the best team in the future with their farm system and things like that. So, the Dodgers have historically been a great team in baseball. The LA Dodgers have been to the playoffs 21 times, won the pennant 11 times, and won the World Series 5 times. And one time as the Brooklyn Dodgers, they won the World Series. So that's according to MLB.com. That just goes to show the winning status of the Dodgers and how high of a level that they play at to win that many games and that many World Series and that many titles like that. So it shows they're a very competitive team. The Dodgers are tied for fourth in World Series wins and have made it to the playoffs more than most teams. So that one's according to baseballreference.com. That just gives us some kind of stats about where they rank up against other teams in the MLB. So it shows they're a very competitive team, and their average win percentage is greater than 550 points. So that's a lot higher than many other teams, and I believe that's a stat that shows that they're one of the best teams in history. The Dodgers constantly breed top players and prospects. Ever since they started as the Brooklyn Dodgers and now to the LA Dodgers today, they've had great players. So some of the greatest players in history, I'm sure all of you guys know, are Jackie Robinson. That's a big one. He was a Dodger. Sandy Koufax and Orel Hershiser. Those are three big names that in MLB history, and they're all from the Dodgers. These great players have helped tremendously in making the Dodgers the best team in history and making them to those wins and World Series and titles and things like that. So now that we've talked about the Dodgers' historic aspects, let's talk about the Dodgers' current state and their current team. So the Dodgers have made the playoffs 7 years in a row. That's a big streak that they're on. No, they haven't won the World Series in those past 7 years due to different hiccups and things like that. But that's a streak that's in history right now of a very long streak of making the playoffs 7 years in a row. If the Dodgers are able to reach the postseason, they would extend their franchise record postseason streak to 6 consecutive years, which is particularly impressive considering how much amazing history the Dodgers have. And that one's from a website called Cut4. That shows how impressive and how great this team is, even at the current state. So the longest streak in baseball of making it to the playoffs in a row at the current state is the Dodgers by a couple years. The Dodgers are currently what is called a stacked team, which means there's a ton of great players and they're a great team currently. So sure, the Dodgers' financial power has played a role in their success, but to chalk their success strictly up to that is ignoring a lot of the smart, savvy moves made by one of the baseball's best front offices. That one's from LarryBrownSports.com. That just shows that it's not just because of the Dodgers' financial abilities to go out and get great players. It's just a managing part and a player part of breeding a great team, and they're a great current team and probably the best in the major leagues. So the Dodgers' financial aspects and smarts with picks and trades have given them a great team. So it's just for two different reasons. It's not just for financial. So now that we've talked about the current team, let's talk about how the Dodgers will be great in the future, and let's talk about their farm system and how they'll continue to be the best team in baseball. So the Dodgers have a great future ahead of them as well. They have one of the best farm systems in baseball. That meaning that their minor league teams, like the Ranch Cucamonga Quakes, is one of their farm teams. So that those players start out on those teams until they're ready to go up to the big leagues. So the Dodgers currently have a ton of great players in their farm system and a ton of great players compared to other teams in baseball. So these players will help continue to let the Dodgers improve and continue to be the best team in baseball by winning more and more when they are brought up to the big leagues. So a World Series title has proved elusive, but no franchise does a better job of winning in the majors and developing impact talent in the minors than the Dodgers. That one's from MLB.com. So that's an MLB website, and it says that no one does better at in the minor system than the Dodgers, and that's from the MLB.com is the website for all teams, and it says the Dodgers are the best in doing that. The Dodgers also have a budget to keep buying and trading for prospects. So the Dodgers have a $206 million budget to work with, according to the last year. That was just from a Google search, and that shows that they have the money to sustain getting these great players in the drafts and through trades and things like that to keep this farm system going and keep being the best team in history. So now that I've told you about the Dodgers' historically greatness in the past, present, and for their future, I hope you can see why that they're the best team in baseball. And so for all these reasons, it shows why they are the best from not just currently, not just in the future, not just in the past, but all three. They have been historically great. And so I hope that you can see that why they're the best team in baseball. And once this whole COVID-19 thing is over, I hope that you can go support your local LA Dodgers in winning the next World Series. Thank you.